Halos holding on to a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the third inning on a beautiful evening here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Game one of a three-game weekend series. Ken French back with you, joined by the president of the Houston Astros, Reid Ryan. And Reid, first of all, it's a beautiful night here. We just see it on the scoreboard. I haven't seen the roof open that often. How often do you get this roof open?
You know, normally 13 to 15 times a year, but folks love it open. You can see it's a different ballpark, and to be in June and have a night in the 80s and the 70s later, pretty special.
Feels like SoCal, just a little bit. Okay, speaking of SoCal, part of your baseball journey took you through the Big A in Anaheim when your dad played there for 8 seasons. Looking back, for you personally, do you have some memories that you can look back on?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, my first memories in baseball were of the Angels years, going to Gene Autry Stadium in Palm Springs during spring training, and you know, growing up at the Big A and going to Villa Park, you know, elementary school, and playing Villa Park Pee Wee. So yeah, I love my years there, and probably one of my best childhood memories was 1979. The first Angels team that made the playoffs, and being in Baltimore. My dad took me with the club and getting to play catch with Don Baylor. And you know, it was a tough series because the Angels ended up losing, but everybody remembers that team because it had so many great players.
Do you get a chance to get back to Anaheim and the Big A and see some friends back there?
I love to come every year. I try to come every year. We're going to try to come in August when you guys have the Hall of Fame this year. Everybody in the Angels organization, there's still a few folks that were there when my dad was there, Rick Smith, and some of the people around the stadium, but everybody treats us great. We've got a lot of family there. You know, Bonner Paddock, the Salisburys, I mean, you know, Craig Smith. There's lots of folks that have been around that club and that are Angels fans that we've become lifelong friends with.
Yeah, and Angels fans are going to be happy to know that Nolan Ryan will be back on August the 26th when Vladdy Guerrero gets inducted into the Angel Hall of Fame. And for him, is it nice to go back and see some of his old teammates?
He hasn't been back in a long time, and so, you know, John Carpino reached out to me and said, hey, do you think you can get your dad out? And I talked to him about it, and my dad loved the Angels. Gene Autry was so good to him. He has so many stories about Gene Autry and the teams they had back in those days. And, of course, 79 was special with Rod Carew and, you know, all the guys that were on that club. But he just loved that era, and he's looking forward to coming back.
So being around your dad, watching him play, then watching him be an executive, what are some of the things you took from watching him that you've incorporated into your professional career?
Well, look, this game's about the fans. Without the fans, none of us have jobs. And so what I try to do with every decision I make is what is in the best interest of the fans. And, you know, if you take care of the fans, you take care of the players, then they're going to take care of you.
Leadoff double by Josh Reddick to start the bottom of the third. Ken.
Victor, thank you very much. And speaking of the fans, how's the reaction been? I mean, what a tremendous crowd here by the run that you guys are on right now.
So when I got here 5 years ago, it was really tough times for the Astros. Our owner, Jim Crane, had a plan to rebuild this organization. He brought in Jeff Luhnow, our GM, from the Cardinals, and we had to go out and sell what we were doing was going to, you know, have fruit one day that people would get to enjoy. And it was tough. But now being here with this team, having one of the best record in baseball, having back-to-back winning seasons and the 15 ALDS playoff experience, people have bought in that building from within is what we needed to do to be competitive, and so it's great to be here every night.
And finally, for me, speaking of fans, you as a fan, being able to sit back and watch this whole experience, what's been the best part about this ride for you?
Well, what I love is baseball brings communities together. You know, folks are out here, they're leaving what ails them at the door, and they're coming in and they're wanting to support their community and watch guys chase their dream. And so seeing a family come in, have a great time, look around in wonderment, see these guys play unbelievably well on the field and leave with a smile on their face makes my job worth it.
Reid, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck down the road, and hopefully we'll see you out in Anaheim on the 26th of August.
Yeah, I'm planning on bringing my family out. I've got a son and 2 daughters and my wife, and we love coming, so maybe you'll see the whole Ryan clan out there.
Look forward to it. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, Victor Gooby, back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Frenchie, and thanks to Reid, who's here every single day. You can see him down on the warning track. He's like he's running for office.
It's hard.
Just a baby shaking hands,
yeah.
and he's been doing it for the last couple of years and trying to build this fan base back up.
Hard to find a better person on the planet than Reid. He is a great human being.